So, if you are an empathetic person, someone who feels the pain, someone who feels the emotions of others, first of all, sometimes you're feeling heavy emotions and you have not identified that these emotions actually do not belong to you. Number one. Number two, how do you give somebody their emotions back? How do you cut the cords of energy so that you can be the lighthouse and not the flashlight? How do you show up as your greatest self and still be available for other people? So, these are the things that empaths, healers, you are a healer. You were born to serve. But if you have not learned how to handle your energy, your service becomes saving, rescuing, which is 100% going to lead you to burnout. Why? Because human beings, we are powerful beings. We are so powerful that we can get ourselves in and out of situations. And what we don't realize as healers is that the power, everybody specifically, the problems that they face is a mirror of their personal strength. I believe everyone was given the tools to solve their own problems. The thing about it, when we were raised as healers, we came into this existence with such good vibration. I call it the people who handled us, the people who absorbed our energy and used our energy as their tool, as their rescue. Instead of allowing us to be who we are, they used our energy as a crutch. What it did is that it made us default to rescue instead of shining our light. And because we did not have the tools or the guidance of how to protect our own energy, we have become objects where we can't even fully be the full healing, be the full presence, because our presence is diluted by needing to rescue other people. Rescuing, empowering is not the same energy. So what I did is I created a holistic toolbox that I use for myself that helps me change my perspective and recodes my nervous system so that I can show up and be supportive without feeling the need to rescue. This required me knowing how to engage my energy and disengage my energy for maximum presence, but not becoming a crutch for other people to use. I remember days where I didn't even want to get out of the bed. I would have moments, almost like a high, because I did something so fulfilling, so helpful. I felt so necessary. I felt like I was in my gifting, but I couldn't replicate it because I used all of my energy in order to do it. And that's when I realized I was not able to disconnect my energy when it was no longer needed. My energy stayed when my body was long gone. Now think of it. I was somebody in ministry and I was a nurse. So I was like, wow, just imagine if I learned how to cultivate and harness this energy. I would have so much more energy to give such a bigger impact. Well, I invested and I became a trainer, teaching people how to recode. But the first person I had to teach was myself. I had to teach myself how to recode and reprogram my subconscious mind and my nervous system so that when I show up, I will not be performing, but I will be presenting my light. This was really difficult because rescuing others from my background felt like it was the right thing to do. Working hard, struggling, giving maximum effort for minimum situations made me feel like I was doing the right thing. But something inside of me was whispering, Kasey, this is not the way. You are not serving your purpose. How this reflected in my energy, it made me feel like I was not enough. Or in other circumstances, it made me feel like I was too much. And both of them was correct. And you often hear me say the affirmations that you are enough and I am enough. And that also is correct. Let me explain. If you are called, you have a calling, you have a purpose in your life to help a lot of people, the way you do it, you cannot do it the same way as if your purpose was to help just a few people. The way you use your energy is different. So when I say I was not enough, I was not enough in the sense that I was not reaching who I was called to reach because I was not using my energy the right way. When I say I was too much, I was taking big energy and putting it in small spaces. What this led to was the spaces I took this big energy, it was almost overwhelming. The words I had to share, the things I had to say. Yes, I'm bubbling with passion, but the container was way too small to hold all of this. So yes, I was too much. But in my being, who I am enough. I have everything I need for my purpose. My positioning was off. So I kept fluctuating to not feeling enough or feeling too much. So this is why I created my holistic toolbox, because healers like you and I, when we have positioned ourselves correctly, then we can have maximum impact with minimum effort. Think about it. A tree does not use all of its energy to produce a fruit and then dies. Producing fruit is the byproduct of that tree's existence. It's the same with us as healers. Healing people is the byproduct of a nurtured and nourished healer. When you become depleted, you actually take all your power away from living in your purpose. It seems maybe self-indulgent. It seems wrong because the people who handled you wanted you to take care of them first. As a healer, you take care of you first, meaning not just getting your nails done and get your hair done. You could do all of that, but you take care of your energy first. You learn how to generate your energy. You learn how to control your energy. You learn how to allow your energy to expand from your being nourished, you're being nurtured, you're being loved. When you learn how to allow your energy to grow big and pull it back when you need to, then you are properly equipped to be a lighthouse and not a flashlight. If this is resonating with you, please go to my website, preserversoflife.com, and sign up for my course. It's $777. You are meant to heal. We need you more than ever before.